Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vela for anybody that is new. Today I am going to be filming my highlight and contouring routine. I have gotten some requests on this, so that's the look I'm going to be doing today. And please remember that there are different face shapes. So how you contour is very important depending on how your face is shaped. I have a rounder face, so I definitely contour differently from somebody who has a slimmer face or a longer face, things of that nature. So please make sure that if you have a different face shape than mine, then I am going to contour differently than somebody else that might have a slimmer face. So there are different YouTube tutorials out there if you have a slimmer face, and there are different ways to find out how to contour to match your face shape. So please remember that, because it does have a huge effect on how your makeup look does turn out. But if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with highlighting, and usually when I highlight I use a concealer that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than me, and today I'm going to be using the Rainforest of the Sea Tarte Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight underneath the eyes, the center of the forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and the center of my chin. And usually whenever I highlight, I tend to use quite a bit of concealer, but it's okay because when you use a damp beauty blender, it really soaks up any excess concealer that's under your eyes or anywhere on your face. So don't worry if you use a little bit too much. A damp beauty blender is the key to making everything look perfect.
Yeah. Like the attention, girl, I know you. But you're everything I want in life. Yeah. We're fighting danger like Kung Fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it.
Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to move on to highlighting. And first we're going to be using a liquid highlighter, and then we're going to set everything with powders, because you never want to use a liquid on top of a powder. It just does not look good. It starts to look cakey throughout the day, and it's not a cute look. So for my liquid highlight, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Custom Infusion Drops. And I just got these in the mail recently, and I started using them, and I am in love. It is such an intense, beautiful highlight. I use this first, and then I top it off with a powder highlight, and it looks gorgeous. It leaves your highlight beaming, and it's beautiful. So we're going to start off by doing that, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the face. So what I usually do is I just take about 1 or 2 drops on the back of my hand, if you can see that. Usually about 1 drop is perfectly fine for me. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dip it into that and put it on my cheekbones. Can you see that? Look at that. It's gorgeous. And I'm also going to put this down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin as well. And once we're done with that, I'm going to be taking my RCMA No Color Powder and setting underneath my eyes. And what I usually do is I put it in a pan, and I take my beauty blender and dab it in there, and I just start to set underneath my eyes.
If you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better.
And then to set the rest of my face, as always, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. And then I'm just going to take that on a flat kabuki brush and set the rest of my foundation.
I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only.
And as I'm using this powder, you'll notice I'm avoiding my cheekbones because I don't want to use face powder on my cheekbones. That I'm going to leave for the powder highlight.
You're the only pain I can endure. But when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just.
And for highlighting today, I'm going to be using Becca Opal, and it's this gorgeous highlight right here, and I'm just going to put this everywhere where I put that liquid highlight at.
I just wanna, you're my dream, but I just wanna.
And as you can see, it really makes your highlight stand out when you use that liquid highlight underneath. You just glow to the gods, and that is my ultimate goal in life. So now that is done, we're going to move on to contouring. And for contouring today, I'm going to be using, as always, my Kat Von D Shade Light palette. This palette is just my go-to highlighting, my go-to contour palette. It's just perfect. It has 3 different shades and 3 different highlights at the top up here. But for today, I'm going to be mixing these 2 shades for my contour. What you want to do whenever you're contouring is find the bottom of your cheekbone, which you can usually feel where it's at. And you want to contour underneath your cheekbone to really carve out those cheekbones, because what contouring does is it slims your face. It creates kind of like a shadow effect, and so that's what we're going for today. And also remember, each face shape is different, so each contouring style is different. So what I usually do is I contour underneath my cheekbones, but I don't bring it too far in. I usually bring it in about midway. I want my face to look slimmer because I do have chubby cheeks. So I try to eliminate the chubbiness as much as possible. So as you can see, you can already see the difference. Whereas I have it contoured right here and not right here, you can see that kind of slims out my face over here and accentuates my cheekbones and kind of makes my face look a little bit slimmer. And when you contour, you always want to create that line and blend upward. Do not blend down, or else it's going to give kind of a reverse effect. So you want to blend up. Don't worry if you do blend down a little bit too far though, because I do have a way to show you how to clean that up. And then I'm also going to contour the centers, or the edges of my forehead, just to slim out my forehead as well. And this is perfect if you have like a larger forehead, because it really slims it, or it really makes it look smaller and gives the illusion that you have a smaller forehead. My forehead isn't too big, but I like to contour it just to balance out my cheek contour. And then I also add a little bit of those powders underneath the bottom of my lip, just to create kind of that pouty lip look, to make my lips look a little bit larger on the bottom. And I usually don't contour my nose too much. I do here and there, but for the sake of the video today, I will go ahead and contour.
My love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. What I was the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one, and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard time.
I know it's kind of creepy right now, but I'm about to blend it out, so don't worry. Also too, if you ever do get heavy-handed with your contour, kind of like I did right now, what you can do is you can just take that powder foundation brush that you were using and just tap on it to blend it out a little more, and add some more of that powder back in there to kind of calm down the harshness. And then once we're done contouring, we're going to move on to bronzing. And for bronzer, I'll be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and this is in the shade Dark Chocolate. And it smells so good. I talked about this in my Ride or Die makeup tag. It just smells amazing. If you don't buy this for any other reason than just the smell, it's a great buy. So what we're going to do to bronze is this just adds a little more color to the skin and gives a little bit more life to the look. I personally love bronzing because I am pale, so I like to bring a little bit more color to my skin when I'm not self-tanned. And even when I am self-tanned, I like to bronze just because I'm into that bronzy look.
I just want it.
And also when you do bronze, if you do bronze, make sure you bring it down your neck as well, just to make sure everything blends together, because you don't want to have your face looking all bronzed and sun-kissed and then your neck looking super pale. It does not look cute. So make sure you blend everything together. And then I am going to add a little bit more highlight back to my face because I feel like it kind of got flushed out with all the bronzer and contour. And plus, I just love highlights. So let's go ahead and add some more back on there. Yes! Yes! Glow to the gods. Glow to the gods. And then for blush today, I'm going to be using the NYX blush, and this is in the shade Dusty Rose, which is just a gorgeous blush that I love to use like on a day-to-day basis. So this is going to be the blush I use today. And also when I am doing my blush, I do tend to focus more towards the back than like the apples of the cheeks, because like I said, I am trying to slim out my face, so I want everything to look more elongated and look like it's more slimmed out. And then also, like I said, if your contour does tend to go a little bit too far down, what I do is I take that no color powder and I use it on a flat little brush like this. This is a Morphe M458, and I just tap it into that powder and create a white line underneath that contour that dropped down a little bit too far, and let that set for a little bit. You can wipe it away immediately if you want to. You can let it set for a little bit. Either way, it'll clean that contour right up and make it sharp and nice and clean. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the rest of my face is done, I'm going to go ahead and wipe away that powder and reveal that beautiful contour. See? It's nice, sharp, and cleaned up. And last but not least, I set everything with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray.
Okay.
And this just brings everything together and makes sure that your face doesn't look too cakey or too powdery. It just really blends everything together and makes it look flawless and makes your makeup last all day. This is my highlighting and contouring routine, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. I love you.